going to start by chopping our garlic. I'm going to find 2 good sized garlics in here. And I mean, you can do this with a knife or whatever you use. I like to use my little garlic smasher because it's so quick. And then I just scrape it off the back. And that's it. Smashes it right up for you. Okay, then I'm just going to put it into a little bowl. Reserve it. We're going to cut our onion. This is a half of a medium to large onion. If you don't want so much onion, you don't have to put so much in. Okay, then I'm going to put this in a little bowl. Just set this aside. Here I have the carrot sticks. If you don't have carrot sticks, just cut them and you can shred them. You don't have to have carrot sticks. And here I have 1 head of broccoli. And the broccoli, we're going to cut it into smaller pieces. So I just go around cutting off the stem. Now you can use the stem, but you need to peel it. Okay, because it will be very fibrous if you leave the peel on it. But you can definitely use it, and I normally do, but I like to peel it beforehand. And the broccoli, I just cut it into smaller pieces. Let me move this out of the way so you can see how small I cut it. I cut them about this size right here. Okay, and then we'll just be adding them to our bowl. I'm going to show you how how I peel this so you can use the stalk. Just take your peeler and just run it up and down like that. Then you cut it into smaller chunks, just like that, and they won't be fibrous. Okay, now I'm going to clean this up and we're going to move over to the stove. Okay guys, I'm going to use the Dutch oven that I have here, and we are going to use some butter. I will have the recipe, of course, linked in the description box as always, and any products or items that I use. We're going to use some olive oil. We're going to start by sauteing the onions. Here I have my onions that we just chopped, and we're going to saute these until they're translucent in color, just over a medium to high heat. And we're going to give it a little sprinkling of salt. Okay, now that we have the onions translucent, they were on for about 2 minutes. And we are going to add our garlic. Now stay with the garlic so it doesn't burn on you, because you don't want it to get bitter. And we're just going to saute this until you can just smell it real slightly. You don't want it to burn. That should be good right there. And now we're going to add our flour. Now the flour, you know, I tell everybody, you need to eyeball things sometimes. Nothing is really an exact science when it comes to cooking. Sometimes people measure differently, so of course the recipe comes out different. Put a little bit of flour at a time. I don't like to just drop it in there because I don't want it all lumpy. Okay, we're just going to cook down the flour just to get the flour taste out of it. There's no need to brown it. We're not going to brown the flour or anything and make a roux. Okay, now we are going to start adding our liquids. Okay, the first thing that I add is my chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock, that's okay. Add in vegetable stock. You can add in just water if you don't have any stock at all. Okay, so you just want to break this up. Make sure that you don't get any lumps in there. You can use a whisk if you want. Okay, we're going to let this come to a simmer before I add anything else to it. Okay, now I'm going to add some pepper. I like to use white pepper for this. That's just my preference. And I am going to add a little bit more salt. Now the salt, I go easy, just a little bit at a time. I season in layers because we still have to add the rest of the ingredients. And the cheese is salty, so I like to take it easy on it. Okay, and at this point we are going to add our broccoli, and we're going to turn down the heat. So just add in your broccoli. Right now it seems like there's not enough liquid in it, but we still need to add our milk and our cream. So we're going to let this simmer for about 4 minutes. Just over medium heat. I'm going to cover it and let it simmer for about 4 minutes so that the broccoli can cook a little bit. Everything is covered. I'm going to cover it and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay guys, I've had it up here for about 10 minutes. You just want it to where the broccoli is almost completely cooked. Now, we're going to add our carrot sticks or shredded carrot, whatever you prefer. And this is when you're going to start your tasting. This is also going to take a little bit of nutmeg. Not too much, just a tiny bit, just a little sprinkle. That's just, you know, pretty common for broccoli cheese soup. Okay, now we're going to add our milks. Now, I use whole milk. I use heavy cream. You can use half and half if you don't want it so heavy, or you can use just all milk. But I like the creaminess, the richness of the heavy cream, or half and half, whichever you prefer, and the milk. Okay, and we're going to bring this up to a simmer before we add in the cheese. Okay, now that this is almost coming up to a simmer, I can tell that it's getting quite hot. We're going to add in our cheddar cheese. Now, if you don't like cheddar cheese, you can put Velveeta cheese, you can put mozzarella, you can put any kind of cheese, quesadilla cheese, any kind of cheese that you like. Now on here, I put the cheddar and I let this melt, and I also add, I buy this at my local H-E-B, and what this is Parmigiano Reggiano, the rinds from the cheese. They sell it to you like that. And what I do is I cut them in little cubes like this, and I keep them in the freezer for recipes that I use. And this, I just pour it into the soup, and it will melt down by itself. So I put about 3 little pieces of that in there, and that's it. And then just let this melt down, and it's done. It'll take about 5 minutes for it to completely melt down, the cheese, and you're done. Now, you don't want to cover this after you add the cheese because it will separate. So just leave it uncovered, turn down the heat, and let it melt down slowly. And this way the cheese doesn't separate on you. You can also add cream cheese, goat cheese, any combination of cheeses that you like. That's all up to you. So I'm just going to wait for these Parmigiano Reggiano rinds to melt down, and that's it. I'll show you the finished product in a bowl. I'm going to put these back in the freezer for my other recipes. Okay, I go fishing around in here to see if the rinds are already melted, and they are. So I'm just going to shut this off and pour some in a bowl and let y'all take a look. Okay guys, I'm going to serve us up a little bit of soup so you can see what it looks like. You can see the steam. It smells delicious. And I just serve it like this. You can have a sandwich on the side. I like to actually eat this with some saltine crackers. That's just my preference. But this is so tasty, guys. It smells delicious. It's just the right amount of cheese, not a whole bunch to where it's so thick. I like it a little bit runny. This is going to conclude the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and give it a try. If you do and you like it, come back and give us a big thumbs up. You try the recipe and add something to it. Come back and share it with us and let us know how it worked out for you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, the button is down there. Go and smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you guys for watching the videos, and please like, comment, and share with family and friends. I will have the recipe and everything, all the tools and stuff that I use linked in the description bar below, and it also will be posted up on my Facebook page at Virtual Kitchen with Laura. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Talk to y'all later. Bye.